What is up, everybody? We are back in our Predator PDL again. This is July 21st, 2017. It's about 2 weeks after my first trip. And I am going to be targeting stripers again in Long Island Sound, but this time we're going to be successful and also using topwater plugs, which is both a blast and something I love to do. So, hope you enjoy the video. So first things first for me, I'm gonna snag a couple of bunker here. I get 2 for the net and then 1 to keep on my live line rig. So just to have a little bit of insurance in case they don't want to touch plugs or whatever. So here you see me putting them in my net, which I did have talked about in my kayak review. If anybody wants to hear a little more about it, please comment below and maybe I'll make a separate video for it. So here I figured this would be an interesting topic for some guys if people haven't seen this. I have my bunker in my right hand, but I'm going to talk about what I use for a bunker rig. Most guys either just snag and drop or they just stick the circle hook through the nose or whatever, but here I have what is my rig, which is a 9.0 Gamakatsu octopus style knot circle hook with a sinker clip zip tied to the back of the hook and tied through the eye. So I have the sinker clip open, I stick it through the nose and out the mouth of the bunker and then close the sinker clip, which allows for a very natural presentation of the bunker, which also allows the hook to be completely open so when the bass swallows it, you can get a good hook set from the head. So first thing this morning, I decided I was going to troll this bunker around. It was something I haven't really tried yet, but you know, just free lining, live lining a bunker behind the kayak with no weight, going about 1 to 2 knots. And you're going to see I'm going to get my first hit here. If you watch the rod tip, the bunker's going to start acting up right away there. And then the fish takes it 2 times, I believe maybe even 3. There's 1, 2, possibly a third. So after a few minutes, I kept on going after that hit, and sure enough, he returned. Not sure if it was the same fish or not, but see that bunker act up again. They stop, and the fish starts taking it. Now, what I have on is the Shimano Bait Runner 4500, and it has a lever on the switch. I'm a happy guy there. It has a lever on the drag switch, which allows for a lighter drag setting instead of just your regular drag setting for actual live lining or, you know, using live bait. So when a fish takes it, it kind of goes into a free spool mode. And you can see here, the switch is right in front of my watch on my right hand. And I'm going to reel down real quick. And then I'm going to turn or flip the bait runner switch again. And I'll let this fish take it up for a second or two. Because I just want to make sure that hook's in there. And it's also a little strange because this fish, you know, he's coming in and out, or, you know, taking the bunker, running with it. So I make my first hook set, fish on, fish off. So, like, okay. Comes right back, hook set, now we got him on. And in this fight, a little bit of entertainment. As I'm bringing this fish in, he's getting close, and ooh, what was that? Slow motion replay will show a bunker head flying in at high speeds, bonk, almost get nailed with it, and also get nailed with a bluefish. You can see the sinker slide right there. The fish actually leapt and hit the side of the kayak, if you can't hear the thud in the video. So that was a little bit of fun. Bluefish are a little bit of a nuisance when you're bunker fishing. They rip up your bunker and get in the way of the stripers. But at least a little bit of entertainment, and provided me my first fish of this day. So, I don't know why I did this in the fashion that I'm doing it now, but I'm always excited to use my fish grippers, but the way I kind of put the rod away was insecure. Should have just put it in the rod holder instead, but I guess I was a little excited. Which I always don't think when I'm excited, which is great. But yeah, we got a bluefish, not a striper, so gotta use that gripper, make sure we don't get chomped. Another awkward rod holding sequence. I'm still getting used to the thing. I mean, this is only my third trip out. But the gripper is nice. Allows for easy access to bluefish at the very least. And it's nice with that single hook too. You can just pop that right out. I believe this bluefish ended up being 27, 26 inches or something like that. Wasn't bad. It's not what I'm looking for. There you go. So after that, I decided to change things up. I didn't feel like throwing away bunker at bluefish all day. So I was going to try using some plugs. And if you didn't notice, this whole trip so far, the water has been incredibly calm, like almost glass. So what I like to use is walk the dog style plugs in this. And this is what's called the Yozuri Hydro Pencil. And I just discovered this the year before. I really like this plug. It's really nice for a walk the dog style. It's got a good rattle and it's got good colors. And it ends up being a good choice for this trip, which I end up catching the rest of my fish on. So I apologize first off for this angle. This was kind of my first time recording while I was standing up and fishing. But I do end up sitting down almost every time I catch fish, so there's that. But you can see me working the plug. It's real slow here. A nice calm morning. Just getting in a slow presentation. I saw a fish on it, so I started speeding up. And I was hooked on. I believe he took 1 or 2 strikes to do so. So I kept the pace going. It's important to keep the same pace that you have when you have a bass on the plug. If he's on it hard, sometimes you need to change it up, which I do believe I do here. I have a second strike, so I'm gonna really slow down, but I'm gonna start wagging it like crazy. Yeah, there you go, and that's what gets him to hit. So interesting note there. I wish I had my second GoPro that I have now, but hopefully this season I'll have some better looks for a lot of the fish that I catch. So this will be my first striper in the Predator PDL from last year. Just a little schoolie. And I'm starting to learn how to use that rod holder. There we go. Not too shabby. And of course, the fish selfie. Shameless fish selfie. So not too much longer after that, we're hooked into our second fish, but we didn't hook into him fully, so I had to make a second cast out for him. And shortly after that, fish on. Right next to the boat too, if you can't notice. Little guy too. Barely even 15, maybe 16. So I decided to make a switch for the camera on this. After having so much fun on Topwater, I figured why not get a couple of strikes for the GoPro. And you can see it landing. Strike number 1. Strike number 2. Wait for it. There we go. Fish on. We'll get a slow motion look at this too. So this ends up being my largest striper of the day. I believe it was around 29 inches. See some bigger swirls there. You don't really get a good look at the fish. But I do have a picture of the fish at least. So that was fun. It's cool to catch on camera too, that topwater strike. And I don't end up switching the GoPro either, so you're just gonna have to deal with this picture, which isn't even a full picture. Good sized bass, a lot of fun. Again, we get some more topwater strikes again, which is cool. You see me working that slow on that glass surface there. Boom. Slow motion look at this one. Boom. Nice. Sorry you don't get too much view of anything. Just felt like the topwater strikes would have been cooler to catch instead of my ugly mug the whole time. This one's just another little schoolie. Nice little mixed bag of fish over here. So this is going to be the 5th and final striper I'm going to catch of the day. And not a very big one either. I think it's the smallest one I catch. But it was a good morning. I had to leave early for whatever reason. I can't remember now. So that was it for the fish. We ended up catching a 5 bass and 1 bluefish. Thanks for watching my video. If you enjoy this, I have plenty more on my channel, so please subscribe. If you have any things you'd like to add or say or see, please comment on the video below. And here I'm taking a picture of my fish finder just so you can see the sonar that's lit up below me with all those bass. So, and again, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video, and there's plenty more to come.